Have you ever wanted to fling objects around with magnetic power in order to solve puzzles and save the world from the minions of Cthulhu? If that combination of things seems too specific and quirky for you, Magrunner Dark Pulse may change your mind. Set in 2048, Magrunner is the story of Dax, an ambitious young man looking to become an astronaut. Cram Grukesper, CEO of the ubiquitous LifeNet Corporation, has set up a 3-month series of mental and physical tests called the Magrunner Program to find the best possible candidates for Earth's expansion into space. The premise, while futuristic, seems standard fare for sci-fi. However, things take a turn for the very strange when the station is revealed as the location for a dark occult ritual. If you're a fan of Portal, Magrunner will take you through all the familiar environments in your average sci-fi testing facility, and then some. Stages start out sterile and lovely, then turn downright grimy as players begin to explore outside the testing facility. The final environments are quite the treat, as you get to witness all sorts of celestial happenings while floating through space. Story-wise, the game is similar to the original Cthulhu stories, in good ways and bad alike. Dialogue is extremely campy on almost every occasion, and it isn't helped at all by shaky voice acting. However, if you manage to get attached to Dax, the story will become quite a tense experience as more and more is revealed about our main character's past. There isn't a whole lot here to surprise you, as all major plot twists are foreshadowed heavily. Even so, running from the old ones can be nerve-wracking, an experience that is enhanced by both sound and enemy design. The minions of Rilliet never failed to freak me out, if only because of their insistence on gurgling and chasing me relentlessly. The game rewards calm thinking, however, and every chase has a pretty clear way out if you can keep from panicking. Speaking of staying level-headed, there were at least 3 occasions where the solution to the puzzle at hand was just a tad too ambiguous. Physics-based games are almost always susceptible to hacky solutions, but in Magrunner it was sometimes hard to tell what qualified as hacky. Oftentimes I wondered whether I'd robbed myself of the rest of the puzzle, or if I'd played fair. To the level designer's credit, though, the proper solutions worked almost flawlessly, quite the feat for a puzzle game that relies on high-speed physics. As with any puzzle game, your mileage may vary, but don't buy this game expecting an incredible amount of gameplay. There are many puzzles, and the design is impressive, but the experience will probably last you no more than 15 hours maximum. My final playtime was 12 hours, and I frequently had to get up for an hour or so at a time. I wouldn't call it short, but it is by no means a long game. Overall, the levels were fun and satisfying to figure out. The basic mechanic of the game is this. You can change the magnetism on certain items. Like attracts like, opposite repels opposite. This was a little strange to get used to, since opposite poles attract each other in real magnetism, but I think the change was easier to deal with on the fly. Adjusting magnetism could accomplish a wide variety of things, such as changing the direction of a moving platform or flinging yourself upwards on top of a block. These basic ideas were woven together masterfully to create surprisingly complex puzzles with a wide variety of solutions. I, for one, did not notice any recurring patterns, unlike in Portal, where the solution was usually momentum. Indeed, the game tests one's ability to process an environment and utilize techniques effectively, and for the most part it does so splendidly. The aesthetic of the game, on the other hand, is hit or miss. I enjoyed the sterile, clean environments at the beginning of the game, but grew tired of the mid-game caverns. Characters are modeled and designed decently, but the animations loop over and over and there isn't a wide variety of them. I can forgive this because the actual character models are by no means a focus throughout the adventure. Most of your time is spent staring at environments anyway, and while they may grow stale just before the next aesthetic change-up, there is nothing objectively wrong with them. Magrunner was definitely well worth my time. The hours I spent trying to work out those tough puzzles felt extremely fulfilling, and the game rewards players with a lovely gauntlet of final puzzles that'll have you tearing your hair out and rejoicing out loud when you finally crack them. I can't say much for the story, but fans of Cthulhu will appreciate the nod to the famous mythos. To conclude, Magrunner will give players everything they want from a puzzle game, and some more stuff that may or may not appeal to them in the slightest. I give Magrunner an overall score of 7 out of 10. This has been Dingoes Are Frisky with your review of Magrunner Dark Pulse. Thanks for watching.